Hey there, Jay Lawrence of 8020guitar.com. Let's take a close look together at how to play Israel K's version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We're going to break down the rhythm and the chords for this tune separately, and I'll show you some easy chords so you can play it a little bit more easily. For those that have seen these lessons before, you already know that we're called 8020guitar.com because statistically 80% of your skill as a guitar player come from only 20% of what you actually do. At 8020guitar.com, we want you to only focus on that 20%. This is an economic principle that when you effectively apply it to playing the guitar through 8020guitar.com, it'll get you playing more quickly. We're a 100% web-based guitar teaching shop. We give you instant access to full-length videos and e-courses. In fact, you can click on this link right here, either at the end of the video, or you can click on it right now and I'll give you instant access to that free e-course that we put together for you. You don't need to wait in the mail for a DVD set. You do not need to travel to private instructors anymore. For now, let's go ahead and take a look at Israel K's version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Alright, cool. Izzy K's Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Such a classic tune. I love this song. It's really hard to play through this song and not smile. Right? You just imagine this huge, fat Hawaiian guy just playing a ukulele. I love it. He's a great, great guy. Alright, we're going to take this song into two parts, just like we usually do, right? Chord inventory from the very top to the very bottom. And then we're going to do the rhythm separately. I'll coach you through how to bring all those things together, and then we'll call it a day. So the first thing you're going to need is a capo. Yeah, this is one of these guys. If you don't have one or you want to upgrade to this easy spring action one, go to our homepage, click on our resources section, and you will find this capo right there. Put it on the 5th fret of the guitar. You're doing this for two reasons. One, I do not want you fretting or flying all over the fretboard, or barring, excuse me. You will be fretting. You have to fret to play the guitar. But I don't want you barring anything, and I don't want you flying all over the fretboard to be able to play this song. I want you, reason number one for using the capo, I want you to be using very easy chords. Okay, I don't want you to be all over the fretboard. Second reason is I want you to play those easy chords, but when you listen to the official recording of this song, I want it to sound exactly the same as the official recording does. Now, a guitar is never going to sound exactly like a ukulele, but by using the higher register of the guitar for this song, it'll sound pretty darn close. So, again, capo on the 5th fret. I do not want you playing hard chords. I want these very basic chords under your hands. And then 2, I want it to sound the same, again, as the official recording. There's a lot of recordings of this song on. There's actually more than one from Izzy himself that was uploaded. But again, the official recording that you'll find on Google, YouTube, Vimeo, that's the one that I'm going to walk you through now. It starts with an intro, and the chords we're going to go through pretty quick too, just because they just are the same chords just shuffled around. There's 4 parts to the song: the intro, chorus 1, which I'll call chorus 1 and chorus 2, then the verse. That's the order that you first hear them in. So let's take a look at the intro. To start, the intro is G major, and then from G to D major, from D major to E minor, from E minor to C major, from C major to G major, from G major to D major, from D major to E minor, and then from E minor to E7, get that little 7th in there, and then to C major. Holds on to that for a little bit before he starts with chorus 1, which begins with that ooh, that part. Those are the intro chords in that order, so you're good to go. If you've gone through our free e-course, this is exactly why I wanted to show you those chords first. The 4 core chords are exactly the ones I just played. If you're going to start anywhere, you should absolutely start with those 4 chords, because you can play thousands of songs with just those 4 chords. So this is a perfect case study as to why I showed you those ones first. That's the intro. Let's take a look at chorus number 1. Again, this is where he starts singing ooh, and it starts with a G major. Goes from G to D major, from D to C major, from C to G major, from G to C major, from C to B7, from B7 to E minor, and from E minor to C major. This is chorus number 1. So you hear this right after the intro at the front end of the tune, and the only other time you hear it is at the very back end of the song, right before it fades out. That's where he plays the B7, okay? Now when he's singing the tune, he sings these chorus chords instead. They're very similar but slightly different. G major, from G to D major, from D to C major, from C to G major, from G to C major, from C back to G major, from G to D major instead of the B7, from D major to E minor, and from E minor to C major. Okay? So that's chorus 2. Again, anytime he starts singing a phrase of the tune that starts with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you're playing those chords. If he starts by singing anything other than that, then you're playing these other chords I'm about to show you, which I'll call the verse chords. The verse chords start with a G major, right? Like all the other ones. Then D major, E minor, and then C major. And then those 4 chords repeat again to complete the verse chords, okay? So the reason I'm harping on this a little bit in terms of which chords to play is I've listened to I've listened to this song being covered by semi-professionals and professionals. I have seen it on YouTube that they'll just play the same chords, the 4 chords over and over and over again. But the actual official recording shuffles those chords up slightly. Again, you got the B7 in chorus 1. The verse chords are a little bit different than the chorus 2 chords. So I wanted to show those to you one at a time. The structure of the tune goes in this order. So the order of the chords that you'll be playing starts with the intro, then to the chorus 1, then to the chorus 2 chords twice through, then to verse, chorus 2, verse, chorus 2, and then chorus 1, and then it fades out. So that's the order of the chords that you'll be playing it in. Please, when you're practicing these chords, or any chords of any new tune, especially if you're a beginning guitar player, practice the chords one at a time, get all your buzzing and muting issues out of the way, then switch between the chords in the order that they're presented of the song you're trying to learn, but switch them slowly. Don't try to play it in rhythm of the song. Go from one chord to the next chord, get all your buzzing and muting issues out of those again, and then add the rhythm to that later. Also with the rhythm, I'd encourage you to practice that separately. So for now, I'm going to set the chords aside. I'm going to bring on the rhythm of the song, and I'll show you how to practice rhythm all on its own when you're playing any new song. Again, I'd encourage you to please practice them in that step-by-step order. Chords by themselves, chord switches without rhythm, rhythm separately, and then bring all 3 of those pieces together. If you don't do that, I promise you from teaching thousands of students and probably tens of thousands of hours, you're going to develop bad habits. Conversely, though, if you do it in that order, you'll be much more agile and much more flexible to play different rhythms, different chords, and all that stuff. So please do it in that order. The rhythm of the song, well, let me give you the finished product, and then I'll show you the rhythm separately. So the tempo of the song is at about 85 beats per minute. If you do have a metronome, you can kind of work your way up to that. I'm going to slow it down, though, so you can hear the rhythm slowly. Sounds kind of like this. Let's take the verse, I guess, verse chords as an example. So I go down, up, and then I mute the strings by just kind of putting my hand here, or you can kind of make these fingers, your fretting fingers, lazy and softening those frets. Now, when you're practicing rhythm, take your hand, make a right angle, take the fleshy part of your fingers, place them all over the 6 strings, and just practice the rhythm. Down, up, down, up, down. You should be able to do this and have a conversation, watch TV, do whatever, and without making a mistake. Okay? It's going to be a really boring conversation for the other person if you're going a conversation route. But, again, you want to be able to do something else and play those rhythms, or work your way up to that point, and then layer it in with the other chords that you've been practicing separately. So, again, the rhythm for the song is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, if I'm a beginning guitar player, I'm going to slow this way down and try, say, the verse chords. Any of the chords is fine, but you want to practice those chords, even practicing separately. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, G major, down, D major, down, E minor, down, C major, down. Okay, that's way slower than the 85 beats per minute he plays it, but I want you to practice it at a speed like that, then work your way up. Please remember that speed does not make you a better guitar player, accuracy does. For now, we've gone through the chords from top to bottom. I went through the structure of the tune. We looked at the rhythm separately. I coached you through how to bring those parts together separately and how to bring them together. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please, if you found it helpful, leave a comment underneath there. That helps us tremendously. Whether it's a positive comment or a constructive feedback, we welcome both. Please do leave a comment underneath that. That does help us tremendously when you leave a comment, no matter if it's really short or more lengthy. Take your pick, whatever. We invite comments and really welcome them, and thank you in advance for that. Click on this link here. This is our free e-course. Again, if anything that I didn't talk about is kind of tough, holding, tuning, or playing through those 4 core chords that I referred to, click on that link, share your email address with me. Again, we're 100% web-based. We're a digital guitar training shop. You will get an email from me instantaneously as soon as you hit that button to give me your email address. hit refresh on your email and you'll see that email with access to that free e-course. It'll last you a minimum of 30 days. So either I'll see you in that next video in the free e-course, or I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Jay Lawrence of 8020guitar.com. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later.